I want to talk about a specific stock I've been watching for years, and it's actually one of my first investments I made. But I want to go over the importance of it, especially right now in this tariff environment, and why it's such a good long-term investment. Why I'm personally be investing between $40,000 to $45,000 in this stock, specifically for the dividends, even though it has slow growth. I'm gonna be jumping into it, guys, and that stock is it's not Bitcoin. It's not Bitcoin. It is O. Ticker symbol O for Realty Income Corp. This company, in my opinion, is outstanding, and any long-term portfolio, especially if it's dividend oriented, should be not shying away from this stock. And I'm going to show you guys why I like it so much, why I'm interested in adding 40 to 45k into my long-term dividend portfolio, even though yes, I do primarily focus on trading. But you gotta have, it's always nice to have those dividend portfolios. It's always good to have those portfolios in the background. And I have a few things to say though before we actually jump into this. For those who've been watching for a while, we got a lot of stuff that's gonna be popping off soon. First of all, I've been away for a bit. You guys already know if you are on the Discord, which is free, or you've been on Instagram. You know that I've been on a trip, so you guys already know if you follow on there. But I am back now. And one thing is that we also got a new car for the channel. I'm going to be making a video on this car I recently got. It is a Mustang. It's super clean looking, super nice. I'm going to be using it on some videos to make a little bit new content. And then potentially even doing a giveaway with it, maybe after like 2 years, maybe if the channel reaches a pretty good milestone, maybe ship it out to one of you guys. It would be really really cool as a big reward if we reach a decent subscriber count by the time I use this car for another like 2 or 3 years. But guys, we got something popping up as well. We're going to be doing a lot of amazing, and I'm going to jump into this in a moment, but a lot of amazing things going for the Discord, and this channel is going to be some major changes. We're going to be doing a lot more day trading live streams, not just watching charts, but actually day trading. It's time. I funded one of my favorite trading accounts with some decent amount to do those live streams with, and I want to share that all with you guys. And the Discord is going to be popping off. We're going to be adding some new channels. We're going to be I'm going to be more active on there, and we have a lot of amazing people in the Discord, intelligent individuals, amazing traders, and we're really gonna get this going properly. But when it comes to O, right? If you guys aren't familiar with the stock, basically, um, they lease out land for a lot of, in my opinion, necessary companies. I'm gonna go over the portfolio in a moment, and they collect rent from these leases, and they use that to pay a really nice dividend, and they use that to acquire more land to have some more new acquisitions within their portfolio. And of course, that causes slow growth because they are dividend oriented, but they still do, their stocks does keep up with inflation very well and paying out a nice monthly dividend. And you guys already know, if you're familiar with me, or if been on the Discord for a while, you guys know I like to invest with Realty Income. Oh, sorry, Realty Mogul. Realty Mogul private. They offer private shares. It's not publicly traded. I really like them, but I want to add. I really want to get back into Realty Income. I'm gonna show you guys what I mean right now as well. So bear with me. I am using an ultra wide, so this is going to be a little bit pushed to the side of the screen. But Realty Income, right? Again, I'm gonna be going over the actual, more info in a moment. But the sauce is basically trading just over $56 a share, 27 cents. They have a dividend of 5.83%. Um, Again, slow moving stock. I mean, over the last 10 years, they're only up 13.98%, but they are still up either way. A lot of this has been due to high interest rates keeping them down for a while. A lot of fear, but they are pretty much trading at this really nice discounted portion within this overall structure right here. So, I mean, it's a great time to be accumulating, but I'm going to give you guys the reasons why. And also, all this tariff stuff, you guys already know it's transitory, in my opinion as well, and it's not going to last forever. And then when a lot of this kicks back up and interest rates fall, we know that a lot of these assets are just going to also rally as well. And in my opinion, Realty Income under $60 is a pretty good deal. Again, long term investment is not for short term trading, but I'm mainly focused on the dividends portion of them. They do have a pretty steady, but still fluctuative earnings on a quarterly basis. They are very, very nice. Also, there's something very interesting, and this falls into like Bitcoin and a lot of other stuff. But we're like 2 weeks into Q2. And I don't know if it's some kind of like accounting thing or not, but there's somewhat of like this like investor sentiment reset that happens every quarter. Again, I don't know if it's like accounting influenced or like what, but Q2 is it's looking pretty good, pretty good. I'm glad a lot of this tariff stuff is really kicking off early onto the year, so we can have a really, really good rest of the year as we continue to progress through this and weather the storm. But with these dividends, right? Let me see if I can show you guys right now. So pretty nice dividend payout. Their dividend growth over the last 10 years steadily grows. It has seen some fluctuative movements here, probably again due to the interest rate environments and just a lot of people not being able to spend as much as they previously were. But that doesn't really matter too much. I'm going to explain to you guys why that doesn't really matter too much. And it doesn't have to do with this, but as you guys can see, their monthly dividend payout is steadily growing over time. And even with the fluctuative actual dividends growth they had, their dividend is still super steady and growing, currently at 27 cents per share paid out monthly, right? So this is like really, really good for those of you that really like dividends. And I know I do, even though I prioritize trading, but it's just something worth having in the long term. And growing a dividend portfolio on the side is just like the mature thing to do, in my opinion, regardless how good of a trader you may be. And I'm no expert or amazing trader. I do get by, but having those dividends is just nice. It feels good, right? But Realty Income, right? Their portfolio, commercial properties under long-term net lease agreements, 15.6K portfolio occupancy right now, even though interest rates are high and a lot of this tariff stuff is fearing. Either way, 98.7% occupancy, amazing, right? Over 1,500 companies lease out their land. We got Alaska, all over the U.S., including Hawaii, and then some parts of Europe as well. Quite a few countries. Actually, last time I looked at this, it was only Spain, and I think Portugal, but they moved on to France, Germany, countries in the UK, Italy. So that's awesome. Actually, I wasn't. I was expecting it just to be Spain. Last time I saw this a while ago. But if you guys look at the portfolio, let's look at all of this right here, right? So they even have they lease, or they have this, like, they collect rent from you know um resorts and casinos. It's not just what I'm gonna be going over in a moment. So most of it's convenience stores, and then you got grocery stores, you got dollar stores, home development, restaurants, drugstores, automotive services. I'm saying all these because I don't know if you guys can actually see, because it's this ultra wide kind of stretches everything out. Health and fitness, restaurants, casual dining though, and then some gaming, which is the casino and resort stuff. And then you have a few breakdowns down here. So they have like 7-Elevens, Dollar Tree, Walgreens. I believe they should have CVS as well. Yeah, over here, CVS Pharmacy. So they even got the competitors, FedEx. They even have some gyms, and a lot of this is just incredible. And the reason I'm not, when I said earlier that doesn't matter, is that the reason this doesn't matter is because you guys, like, gas stations, you have grocery stores, Dollar Generals, a lot of these. Let me see if I can go back to that previous. Let me see. Convenience stores, grocery stores, It's like a lot of these are just necessary stores. So it's like, even if you know things hit the fan and we go into a recession, and it's like, oh, okay, well, things are just bad. It's like, do you really think people are not going to still go to convenience stores, grocery stores, and buy their produce, their like dairy, other food, and then go out there and buy like toothpaste and all that other stuff? It's like a lot of these stores are gonna stay in business. It's like there's no way these stores can go out of business, because it's like it's just very, very important, right? These stores are very much a necessity and not a need. Or no, it's a need and not a just like a luxury places you go to just for pleasures. Like, no, a lot of these places are very, very necessary, and they're just growing very, very well. And again, like portfolio is actually a lot bigger than last time I saw it. So these guys are growing. Again, super necessary company. Um, and right now I believe their stock is traded at a discount, especially under $60 a share. And on top of that, you're getting that really sweet dividend. So it's like long term play, amazing in my opinion. Amazing long term play. Really good dividends to collect as we progress throughout, a lot of these market cycles, and then just holding on to it, getting those sweet dividends. Of course, I'm no tax expert or licensed or anything, but dividends are usually taxed less than capital gains. So it's like just letting this grow over time, keeping up with inflation. It's all good, and then you're getting that, between like 5 to 6% dividend every, broken down 12 months throughout every month. Like every month, you're getting a really sweet dividend, and it's growing and it's very stable. Um, so throughout this week, I plan to acquire again between $40,000 to $45,000 of this stock, because I want to add a lot of this into my long term dividend portfolio. It's as simple as that. Really good, and that should give me just like an extra like 200 something bucks a month in dividends just from this stock alone. And it's just worth accumulating, in my opinion, right? And there's a lot of other really good companies as well, but this one is just extremely steady, and that's what I really like about it. And again, those necessary stores are just like a deal breaker, right? So yeah, guys, that's basically my opinion on Realty Income, ticker symbol O. If you guys are on the Discord, you'll know when I'm buying, because I'll be announcing all my purchases as I accumulate those $40,000 to $45,000 worth of shares. And I won't really be doing any updates on it. Again, it's just a long-term portfolio. It's just set it and forget it, and then just collect those dividends, reinvest it if I want. If not, just have fun with it. But amazing, amazing discounted. When things get better, we can see this go higher, or even if things go bad, and a lot of these stores are just very much a need. We may even see, in my opinion, continued stabilization, or even like an increase due to demand. We don't know. We'll see. But really, really good. We've been downtrending, but we're also holding this sort of an uptrend pattern right here. Pretty stable. And we've been trading sideways for a while, so it's like things are just eventually going to get better as their balance sheet grows as well. And their portfolio is definitely growing, as you guys saw. A lot more countries in Europe are being involved with this company, and allowing them to purchase land for them to lease out to more necessary stores within those countries. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.